When this began for me, for some reason I knew this. Well, it was a girl, I guess. Was it? Yeah. Oh, can't play stupid about that one, right? There's this girl named Lucy, and I don't know why when my project began in 2005, all I kept thinking was Lucy in the sky with diamonds. But I wasn't just thinking about diamonds in the sky. I wasn't thinking about Lucy. I was really thinking about the diamonds. And then all of a sudden, Lucky Charms. And now you have to understand that they're selling weed, marijuana, in Colorado, and they changed the red cross for a green cross. Therefore, on a green cross, on a red cross, on a blue cross, there are 4 points. If you turn it to the side, it becomes an X or a plus. It's got 4 angles to it and a heart, equaling to 5. Plus the 4 that have open spaces equals to 9. Therefore, the Lucky Charm that shows you the one stem of the 3 balls, or call them hearts because they are been designed in hearts. It's 2 sides to a round star. Why? Because you have the line that goes through it that shows you the veins of life. So when I first began, close to 9 years ago, somewhere around the month of March, but it took me a couple of weeks before I figured out that I was going nuts. What? Okay, I wasn't the squirrel at that time. But it was Lucky Charms, Lucy in the sky, and all of a sudden, Lucky, Lucy, Carolinas, it's all, you know what, things were very going, it's 50 years ago, down in the Carolinas, people were going to Myrtle Beach, and then 9 months later, they would come home and look, little Charlie was born. Or they would go to Niagara Falls and Lucky Charms, and it comes in March, and it comes with the Easter eggs. The bunny rabbits, the communication is when they got the Easter eggs and bunny rabbits they put up. Now, what was talking? What was actually the bunny rabbit? Did it have anything to do with the communication of the moons? What kind of osmosis was it? My last video wouldn't work. I want to show you this. Can you see what this is? This is how Venus connects to one side or the other, Mars or Saturn. 2 and 2 Venus, I'm doing this very quick because the last video didn't upload. 2 and 2 Venus is actually 2 and 11. 11 is 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 11. If you went to 2 and 2, 1 is 11. It means from Venus to Neptune, back to Venus again. It went all the way around the communication, went all the way up. Creates the letter U. Colorado, okay, I don't know if you can see this, but you should check this out. 86, marijuana. $14.50 a gram. $21.12 is the sales tax. 72.86. If you turn this upside down, it's 9 times 8 equals 72. The difference between 72 and 86 is 14, which is 7 times 2. Do you understand that? Did we do this yet? Did we ever do this? Did we do this? Okay, let me. What is it, a lemon? Lemmy or lime? Lemmy? Lemmy is half a lemon, half a lime. Let me do it. It's my turn. I want to show you what 98 does to 69. No, baby, don't go there. Let me. I hope this video works. Okay, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. Okay, and I'm going to 9 times 8 is 72. 9 plus 8 is 17. 8 plus 6 is 48. 8 times 6 is 48. 8 plus 6 is 14. 14 and 17 equals to 31. 14, 72 and 48 equals to 120. 120 and 31 is 151. Jesus Christ, 151. That's what comes out of this. 9 times 8 is 72. 7 times 2 is 14. 8 and 6 is 14. If I go 9 times 8 is 72 equals 14. 72 and 14 equals 86. We have 72, 86. Did you follow me? 72, 86. The difference is 14. But 7 times 2 is 14. 1 plus 7 is 8. 1 times 7 is 7. 7, 8 is 15 and 14. The first 3 pieces of pi. Now, I'm not really trying to go anywhere, but I did want to show you something else. The word osmosis, okay, osmosis, okay, OO is 30, SSS is 57, is 87, is the mind. Osmosis, between 9 and 6 is the mind. So if you're thinking between 9 and 6 is the mind, and sexually you think 9 and 6 is this way, and I told you before, somehow in the guy's nuts, great balls of fire. It's because he's thinking inside his nuts. He's crazy. He can't think of both at the same time because he's already using his nuts for other things. Maybe that's why women keep things in order. What else can we do? Did we do the part on the butter and the margarine? Butter. The butt is your ass in life. Kiss your ass goodbye. The butter, terre in French, it says earth. Margarine, Mars, gar, in, man in Mars. The war of Mars, the war of man and Mars, because when you say margarine to a French person who knows English, they're going to look at gare as being the railroad station. La guerre. The guerre also means war. La guerre, get in. La mer, get in. Mer, Mars, or the mother of, at in. Nine, Nirin, Nirin, nine, Narin. The nose, Narin is the nose. Who says in French it's number 16, the one spirit of the sixth light? Is the air we breathe? You tell me what lights up your life, and I'll tell you what my poumon, my lungs pump. The feline. How about the vav in osmosis? S-I-S, okay, or O-S-I-S. Can you say Oz was? Oz was? How about Kojak's? Inside osmosis. He was bald. Valise, suitcase, socks and locks, UFO in osmosis. Why? Because I took the family of 3. Why is it a family of 3? O and S is 2 letters. M and I are the other 2 letters. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 letters in the whole word. It makes 87. How did I show you 87 before? I showed you 87 before. Where is it? Creation of the 2 moons. S, S, and S. 3 moons. It took the 3 moons, spirit and soul, to connect man's mind, and the child comes out of O and O. Don't you see what's O and O? It creates the 8 within it. 3S is 19, 19, 19, almost like the Mississippi. Okay? The MI that goes together, it says like I am. I am, I'm's pet food. M is 13, I is 9. 13, 1 and 3 is 4, 4 and 9 is 36. The creation of the 3 worlds of 6, 6, and 6. Why is the O? Because the O is the 15th letter. If we use the O, because O cannot be used as nothing, we use number 15. Let's change it to 6. It'll be 6, 5. And then the M is 4 and 6, which equals 1, because it is the M is a double-sided Roman numeral. That when you tear it apart, it becomes the 3 sides of the butterfly. Over here. See the way the M goes up? And the M is underneath as a W? If I flip this side of the butterfly onto this side, you will still see the wings of the butterfly. If I flip it onto this side, I will still see the wings of the butterfly. If I open it up in the center, I shall see the whole butterfly that splits everything apart as the percentage sign of something. This will become the percentage sign and a double-sided hatchet. Inside of an X and an X, then this comes over from Ron Haskell. And if you notice on X and X and 2 sides, you have the center, because the center must be split. O deving, which is the splitting of the central heart of the ace between 2 sides. You will live on one side or you shall live on the other side, but you shall be living on both sides. And this X goes dead center, and it splits up the egg, which is in the center. Did I tell you about PIC? For me, PIC and PIE is the same thing. Something to do with pick the pie. I do not know if it has to do anything with the instrument of the guitar, but this also is something else I have to explain to you. When I design a C, it looks like an E. Do you see this? It's number 55, V versus S. You know why? Roman numerical rule V, it's a 5, and the design of this, when you look at it poorly, looks like a 5. Is this your sex organs? What about our sex organs? great balls of fire. Man goes into the sky and he's great balls of fire. He gets burned up, but not the woman. How can she become the great ball of fire when she's given up 6 periods in a row? In fact, she gave up 9 periods in a row. 3 games. 3 games of hockey, 9 periods, and she has a child. All she has to do is give up the period. Just give it up. Let someone score just at least once. They score once, she's okay. She's good for 9 months. Now, what's next? 2, 5, 8, and 11. 2 and 2. Venus and Venus. How Venus becomes Venus and Venus. But the first part about Venus, Venus comes into Jupiter. Jupiter and Venus connect to Neptune and create the secondary Venus, which is man. 1 and 1. The left wing and the right wing. There's a lot of people right now, because it's happening to my son, who are starting to see this other world, in which it's not really another world. They're just noticing more of what's going on in this world, which is opening the doors to think and say, wow, if this wasn't true, maybe that's not true. And if that's, so what do I do next? You just get out a pen and you write and you say, okay, let's go to ABCs and let's see, oh, look where all the letters are on my keyboard. Look where all my numbers are. How come A is the 5th letter? And stupid things like that, very, very slow. Do not demand much from yourself. It's a slow thing. It's a slow phase. So let's go the slow phase and we'll go the slow way. So we have osmosis, and then we have to talk about the butterfly, and then we have the caterpillar. Okay, and don't forget one thing. If it's a crack, it can open up, okay? It opens up like that. How can I explain it? The crack, the X marks the spot. How can I explain these things? I have to go back to osmosis. 515, okay? This ends up to be 651, 6595. An S is a 5. The M is a 4 and a 6. 4 and a 6 equals 24. 6 by 4 is 24. 4 plus 6 is 10 is 34. 3 and 4 is 7. So if I really want, I can go 657 to start off, depending which angle I want to go on. Because that M can be used as a Roman numeral 1V1, which has 4, 5, and 6. 4 plus 5 is 9, and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6 again. So we can use it as a 6, or we can use it as 4 plus 6 equals 10 equals 1. If we make it equal 1, we divide the 2 sides, and we put 3 numbers on this side, 3 numbers on this side, because we have 7 numbers here total. 3, 1, and 3 make 6. It also says in the Hebrew language, Vav. Although Vav, V, okay, is the 6th letter, I use it as the 5th letter because the V is the Roman numerals, and before and after was the Romans that were actually here. So I use it as 5, 1, and 5. What else was I going to say? I was working on something for Adam and Eve, and something about another thing I wanted to mention that I didn't. The word first has a 72 count. The word third has a 77 count to Christ. I am born on the 277th day, 277, 88 days from the new year. The gene in us, Genesis, osmosis, part of the creation and the transfer. Yes, thank you very much. The minnow rests. Russell Johnson, the professor of Gilligan's Island, has just passed away, outlasting most of his rivals. The 88 days that I'm left in the year is just underneath 3 is 4. So 1, 3, and 4 makes of who I am. 60 seconds ticks the clock. 49 is the green light, the light of the Irish, the lucky eye. 6 and 80 becomes 86. All zeros become 6. It becomes 686. This is the amount of Monopoly money you get. 7 becomes 93 because you take on part of the Saturn body. 8 becomes 57 because you're a reflection of the 3 moons and 1 moon of Luna, the Neptune moon of who you are. This is the Neptune. It's the biggest moon of most animals, the moon that holds the crown of the Great Cup. And 10. 10th equals 39 plus 28. 39, 49, 59 is 67. 10 is the watering cup that you become. This is the association of 1 to 10. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm quite sure there is much I did not say. New York City streets, 42nd Street, that whole map of New York, there's a funny thing, might be the map of inside of Jupiter, or the inside actually of man or Saturn. One of these two places. This is Neptune. New York City streets might be our body running along Long Island. Raphael 7286 on the constellation of Pegasus. Should I go back to floor? I was painting a little bit, putting a little black into everything. And you see that box on the floor, HP? Guess what? It just became home to 2 kittens. These things are very, very funny. It's the Irish luck, Lucifer, Lucy in the sky, Irish party in the month of March, 8:36 at night, creation of 288. 8 by 3 is 240. 8 by 6 is 48, is 288. We're exactly, if we had to take this day by minute to go by the year, the time it is right now at 8:36, 8 multiplied by the creation of 36 is 288 times 1.25 equals 360, which is only surpassed by number 3 and 4, in which becomes 3 times 4, 3 plus 4 equals 19 times 19 equals 361, which is 1 degree in advance of where you were yesterday. Thank you for watching this video. Whatever you tell me, whatever you ask, I never say anything against it. I tell you a story that will lead up to a situation that may help you or carry you through, see things in another vision. I don't know. I can't possibly know. I just know whatever it is as is, and understanding it in time will alleviate the pressure that we have. Whatever it is let it just be, and smile, because things may get worse. But let me tell you one thing, after they come back, after getting worse, they're going to be so much better. Thank you for watching.